working the outside. Oh, we got a spin into the concrete.
But Rico's turned around.
One into the wall, and there's some contact and some damage on the right rear of Abreu.
Yeah, Abreu looks like maybe he was on the outside of Self. Self got loose, and they made a little bit of contact. You can see that's pretty significant. Look at the Bondo and parts and pieces fly off that 22 truck as he hits.
Tough break for both these drivers and teams.
I think Abreu's going to be able to get away, Vince, without much damage.
Spencer Gallagher and Kyle Busch. Busch into the wall.
That's us. We're 30-23 guys.
Heavy damage to the left side of the machine of Kyle Busch. With Jordan Anderson underneath Gallagher.
Yeah, I think Jordan went into the corner and gave Anderson a little bit of extra room, and that caused him to be higher than Kyle expected him to be, and the two made contact.
In that 62.
You see he's getting into the corner into turn 3. He's actually approaching turn 4, and for whatever reason, it just got out of the groove, and then once he got out of the groove, he was along for the ride. Listen to the throttle. So he got into the corner. He got into the corner and kind of missed the bottom. He probably was a little bit tight, missed the bottom.
A little bit of wiggle. No, that's not good. Big wiggle.
We hit the wall here, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, careful.
Pit road. Hang on. Stay now. Good job.
See, he just never got the car turned down in turn 3. You can see, I mean, he was faster than Suarez as he entered turn 3 by our time, but he just never got the car turned down and then tried to keep that momentum.
Taking a left, he's the car on the left side of the screen. You see heavy contact with Cole Custer. Yeah, you see the 07 just up in the gray. Nothing he could do at that point. Jeff just, does a good job of staying in the gas, but who that benefits just came through the picture. That 3, we talked about that penalty of Ty Dillon, but now he'll get to be.
You can see that car just get a little bit loose, and there's just such a small margin for error because
what happened? Yeah, early in the corner, he entered turn 3, and for whatever reason, I don't know if he got loose getting in the corner or what happened, but he just couldn't he couldn't turn it, and he ended up way out of the groove, probably earlier than.
Here's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all the way on the exit of turn 4. We talked about how treacherous the racetrack is.
Around goes the 48. Jimmy Johnson around and into the wall. Caution comes out again. On the brakes.
But now it's just the car is just not going to turn. It's going to go straight. I'm sure most likely damage from when he got in the wall earlier, although I didn't really see the right front of the car hit the wall at any point. But we have seen no tire issues. Benedetto, he's in the corner. Car looks like it just goes straight, almost maybe like another tire failure. I tell you what this has me thinking, and we heard Joey Logano say it, this racetrack is much more like a short track than it is than a mile and a half.
There, the 44 of Brian Scott is sideways. Saves it coming off of 2, but then looks as though Kyle Larson may have been in the back of him when he came off of 2. And there's the heavy contact.
Yeah, and you saw the backfire out of the tailpipes of the 44 as he was trying to save the car. It looked like he was maybe on and off the throttle. His speed probably reduced. The 42 is right behind him. You see the safer barrier doing a good job absorbing some of the impact there.
When a car gets that slow in front of you, you can be all the way off the gas and you're still pushing them. Kyle Larson looked to be in the back of him, but all the trouble started, and Kyle just.
Oh, and around goes the 21 of Ryan Blaney. Chase Elliott as well. The 2 youngest on the racetrack are around.
I saw it 3 wide, and I wondered how in the world is that going to work, and it didn't.
Chase Elliott actually looked like his car was relative.
21 gets loose, gets into the side of the 24. Both of them have long nights.
That 21 was right in the middle of the 3 wide.
Turn 3 at the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, you see something come off the car. I would assume either something broke or the tire went down. That looked actually like a piece of the hood flap. When the right front tire pops, usually it's a pretty big explosion. It takes that cowl flap or hood flap and the hood blows it out of the car.
15 underneath the 10 of Danica Patrick. He's already sideways. Now he's trying to chase it up the racetrack. He's just loose underneath her. Did a really good job of staying off of her. I mean, he really did. She did a nice job of maintaining her pace, and it's along for the ride at this point.
And that's what you had just discussed. That
look at the rotor glowing in the front, though.
Yep.
See, I'm sorry, it's not the rotor glowing. That's a mark on the wheel.
Getting to the side of a car, though, and that's what happened with Danica Patrick. Just we can see what happened. This is in the front stretch.
Saw a lot of smoke out of the car before it hit the wall.
Already up into the wall, top of your screen.
I'm not sure what started that, but obviously we saw him in trouble earlier. I don't know if potentially when he got next to the car beside him, if maybe he cut a tire, cut a sidewall or something. Really hard to tell. But I wonder what does Almirola, what does that team do on this stop? Tony Stewart, they're on the same track.